What is love? Love is a force of nature. However much we may want to, we cannot command, demand, or take away love, any more than we can command the moon and the stars and the wind and the rain to come and go according to our whims. We may have some limited ability to change the weather, but we could do at so the risk of upsetting an ecological balance we don't fully understand. Similarly, we can stage a seduction or mount a courtship, but the result is more likely to be infatuation. Are two illusions dancing together than love? Love is bigger than you are. You can invite love, but you cannot dictate how, when, and where love expresses itself. You can choose to surround to love or not, but in the end, love strikes like lightning, unpredictable and irrefutable. You can even find yourself loving people you don't like at all. Love does not come with conditions, stipulations, addenda, or codes. Like the sun, love radiates independently of our fears and desires. A variety of different feelings, states, and attitudes that range from interpersonal affection to pleasure. It can refer to an emotion of a strong attraction and a person attachment. It may also describe compassionate and affectionate actions towards other humans, oneself, or animals. The diversity of uses and meanings combined with the complexity of the feelings involved makes love unusual, difficult to consistently define compared to other emotional states. Love in its various forms acts as a major facilitator of interpersonal relations and, owing to its central psychological importance, is one of the most common themes in the creativity arts. Love may be understood as a function to keep human beings together against menace and to facilitate the continuation of the species. Love cares what becomes of you because love knows that we are all interconnected. Love is inherently compassionate and emphatic. Love knows that the other is also oneself. This is the true nature of love, and love itself cannot be manipulated or restrained. Love honors the sovereignty of each soul. Love is its own love. The chemistry of love. Psychologists have shown it takes between 90 seconds and 4 minutes to decide if you fancy someone. Research has shown this has little to do with what is said. Rather, 55% is through body language, 38% is the tone and speed of their voice, only 7% is through what they said. The three stages of love. Helen Fisher of Rutgers University in the States has proposed three stages of love: lust, attraction, and attachment. Each stage may be driven by different hormones and chemicals.
Stage 1. Lust. This is the first stage of love and is driven by the sex hormones testosterone and estrogen in both men and women. Stage 2. Attraction. This is the amazing time when you're truly love-struck and can't think of nobody else. Scientists think that three main neurotransmitters are involved in this stage: adrenaline, dopamine, and serotonin. Adrenaline. The initial stages of falling for someone activates your stress response, increasing your blood levels of adrenaline and cortisol. This has a charming effect that when you unexpectedly bump into your new love, you start to sweat, your heart races, and your mouth goes dry. Dopamine. Helen Fisher asked new love-struck couples to have their brains examined and discovered they have high levels of the neurotransmitter dopamine. This chemical stimulates desire and regard by triggering an intense rush of pleasure. It has the same effect on the brain as taking cocaine. Fisher suggests couples often show the signs of surging dopamine: increased energy, less need for sleep or food, focused attention, and exquisite delight in the smallest details of a novel relationship. Serotonin. And finally, serotonin, one of love's most important chemicals, and may explain why you are falling in love. your new lover keeps popping into your thoughts. Stage 3. Attachment. Attachment is the bond that keeps couples together long enough for them to have and raise children. Scientists think there might be two major hormones involved in this feeling of attachment: oxytocin and vasopressin. Oxytocin. Oxytocin is a powerful hormone released by men and women during orgasm. It probably deepens the feelings of attachment and makes couples feel much closer to one another after they have had sex. The theory goes that the more sex a couple has, the deeper the bond becomes.
If falling in love isn't an election, what happens in friendship? We made some interviews about it.
Do you believe men and women can be friends?
No, well, maybe they can be friends, like just friends without being anything, but for example, I don't believe that after a relationship or something like that, men can and women can be friends. No, I don't.
Do you have a best friend guy? A guy best friend?
Yes, but it's like, yeah, it's my best friend, but I really don't talk to him every day because he's in another school and stuff like that, but it's not like, we're close, but it's not like my girl best friend. It's not like my girl. No, but I'm too good. But my girl. Well, he's there, like I really talk to him and things like that, but it's not daily, so I don't think that.
Do you think he secretly likes you?
No, because he always tells me about other girls, and when we hang out, he's not like.
Has he ever?
No.
Would you hook up with him? Do you believe men and women can be friends? Do you have a guy best friend? Do you think he secretly likes you? Do you believe men and women can be friends?
Yes.
For sure. Okay, do you have a guy best friend? Okay, do you think he secretly likes you? No. Has he ever? Sure. Would you hook up with him? Boy and a girl can be friends.
They can be friends, but there will always be like something.
Hey, do you have a girl best friend? Do you secretly like her? Would you hook up with her? I think a boy and a girl can be friends.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a boy best friend? Hey. Does he secretly like you?
I think so.
Do you secretly like him? Have you ever?
I ever liked him?
You hesitated.
Yeah, because at first I didn't like him. I just wanted to. But I never liked him.
Okay. Would you hook up with him?
Yes.
Do you believe men and women can be friends?
No.
Do you have a boy best friend?
But he's kind of into me, but I'm not kind of into him.
Do you believe men and women can be friends?
Yes.
Do you have a boy best friend?
Yes.
Do you secretly like him?
No.
Have you ever?
No.
Has he ever? Sure. Do you believe men and women can be friends?
Yes, I think that a friendship with a girl and a boy can be better than a girl and a girl or a boy and a boy.
Do you have a guy best friend?
No, I don't have.
How do you have one?
Yes, but we start to hang out for a long time and then it doesn't work.
Do you believe men and women can be friends?
Excuse me?
Do you believe men and women can be friends?
Sometimes, but if you're a best friend of someone, suddenly you fall in love.
Do you, have a boy best friend?
No, I used to. No, he's my. No,
Okay, that's all we wanted. Thank you. Do you think a boy and a girl can be friends? Do you have a girl best friend? Do you secretly like her? Okay, will you hook up with her? Girls can be friends.
Yes, I think they can be friends, but if you are thinking like in falling in love relationship, I think there should be some attraction for love because without it, it couldn't be a relationship.
Do you have a boy best friend?
No, I don't.
Have you ever had a boy best friend?
Yes, in kindergarten.
Do you like him?
Yes, he was so handsome.
The research above supports the notion that men and women may sometimes have very different goals and desires in opposite sex friendship. Although both may sometimes be looking for a companion and nothing more. On other occasions, plans might differ. More specifically, men appear to be more likely to look at opposite sex friends as potential sexual and romantic partners. Women, in contrast, tend to prefer non-sexual friendship, which provide protection and resources. At one point or another, every relationship seeker has worried about falling into the friend zone, that uneasy state of acquaintance far past the initial meeting, from which no romantic relationship can realistically and longer emerge. The friend zone is essentially an unequal relationship, where the desires of both friends are not equal met. It may exist in a just friends context where resources are being shared, usually gratifying the woman's needs. But sex and romance is not an option, usually frustrating the man. A mismatch can also occur in friends with benefits context, where sex is being shared, usually satisfying the man, but resources and protection are not forthcoming, usually frustrating the woman. What determines to be in the friend zone, it may depend how attractive you are and how attractive your potential partner is. If you are similar, it may be advisable to strike while the iron is hot. If there is a mismatch between you and your partner in attractiveness, entering the friend zone might be a wise strategy. This, however, assumes you are able to make an objective determination of your own physical attractiveness, as well as your potential partner. Whether or not people have learned to use friendship strategically to land a desirable partner is still open to debate. He says, I guess we don't know whether people can use acquaintance land intentionally to land an especially desired partner. That is, it's unclear whether this reflects a strategy that some people can execute consciously. Can men and women be just friends? In many cases, the answer is no. Sometimes that is a good thing, when both people see friendship as a step mutually satisfying love, sex, and/or commitment. At other times, men and women cannot be just friends because only one friend desires something more. Those mismatches desires between men and women lead to unequal friend zone situations, where one person's needs are completely satisfied at the other's expense. Those unfortunate instances and the frustrations around them are the friendship problems we heard so much about. Nevertheless, friendship between men and women is not impossible. However, it does require finding someone with friendship goals matching your own. Communicating clearly and leaving when there is not a match is key. Also, if you desire just friends, then it might be better to pick only friends who are already in other romantic relationships. That way, you can have a satisfying exchange and a good friend and not frustration.